Look at how big my babies are getting. There's so many of them in there. I just stirred the gravel up a little bit. I feel bad. I had to put on some circulation because the smell was getting terrible. Come on, get the camera, Papa. But look at how many there are and how big they're already getting. I'm gonna have to get some stuff ready. I got so much projects going on. That is just a small 20 gallon and the boys are doing all great over here. I did introduce an African cichlid into there, but it was just one that I had extra. He might have gotten eaten. Not that I tried to do it on purpose, it just that I thought it was a jaguar cichlid, and I've had African cichlids on accident before for my nieces and nephews, and they they do alright with my South American predators. They can't catch them pretty much. They're too fast. It's kind of like the convicts, how they get along with Oscars. It's like a love-hate relationship. But my gouramis need to flourish, so looks like, yeah, the shark didn't make it in the tropical tank. I'm gonna have to keep him goldfish style. As you can see, if I can get a shot, he has lost a lot of finnage. Hey, beautiful baby. He has lost a lot of finnage from just me trying him out one day in there. One day. Which, I bet if I would have left him in there longer, the Oscar would have got, used to him, because he's still a juvenile. But you know how Oscars are, they get bored and they start picking on people, or fish, so I put him back in here with my goldfish, because pretty much he's like the pack leader. Him and the big koi and Bertha here are the pack leaders. Probably covering up the mic so you can't even hear me. My little nephew's playing the game. I got tons of work to do. I mean, everything is just loaded with stuff everywhere. I mean, and I'm trying. I got filter pad being cut. I got food being ready. I got these guys in quarantine with a little bit of salt because I woke up today and one of them was dead. And I do not want to lose the Bashir or my new green terror, because I know he's mean, but I do want him to turn out because I know they grow up to be very beautiful and colorful. Plus I'm into the predator fish. And is she eating the eggs? Or is she eating the babies? You better not be eating my babies. Well, I mean, your babies. You better be collecting them. You got that look like you want to fight. I'm just adding circulation. Make your tank healthier. Blue knows. He gets it. Don't he, Blue? You get it. Come on, Papa. You better keep. Look at how big they're getting. I still can't get over that. And then I'll cut real quick. I'm trying to. Here, I'll do a comparison because. Where's my Oscar? There's my buddy. Come here. Show everybody. Come here. My glass is old and scratched. I get refurbished tanks all the time. So he's pretty. I mean, he's not flashing his colors. He's kind of upset right now with me. But, anyways, I'm gonna do a little update on him. Yep, he did try to fight with the pike, it looks like, because he got a couple scratches. I'm gonna have to move him, but I need some help. When is the appropriate time in Oscar's life to introduce him to another Oscar that's older? Someone let me know that, because, hold on, one second. Because in here, I got all this work to do, so this giant tank's ready to go. I think that's where I'm going to put my blue acaras when they're born, is in that 30 gallon somehow. All these half broken filters I got to go through, and I'm going to redo this in the fish room. I think with that castle, I'm definitely not going to put it with him. This big tank came with him. and a giant Picostomus, and he is a T-Rex for sure, dude. I mean, he is bossa nova. Look at this. Come here, buddy. Show him what you do. Yeah, and he came with a bunch of cichlids. They were keeping convicts in with him, and I don't really agree with that, especially with an Oscar this size. I kind of would rather just have him be by himself or with more Oscars. Look at that guy. And I don't want him to get a hole in the head, so I just gave him some good medicine. Took out all the carbon and cranked my heat up just a little bit because he had a rough transfer and he got settled in just last night. And I mean, look at these convicts. They're already ready, trying to mate around here in this tank. So I really need to figure out, I really need to get that other one fired up, and I think I'm just going to do Central American cichlids in the other tank over meow. So Central American over there, so they can breed and do whatever they want in there. And then this Oscar will have this tank all to himself with probably the Pleco, maybe Synodontis, and if my Oscar gets big enough, I'll try to introduce him. I've heard that he's killed other Oscars, so, which with a mouth that big, that's bigger than my fist. So I gotta be real careful, but I have a few ideas of ways to do it, because when I first seen the Oscar and went to rescue him, I couldn't see through this tank, and I spent a lot of time last night scrubbing with salt and just scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. And I used aquarium salt so that I could get it started right back up, because I didn't want to leave him in a cooler for too long, because I had him in a big cooler I used for bass fishing, but that was about all I could fit him in. And he had a long trip, probably about 3-4 hours in a cooler, no bubbler, and he is still just rocking it, man. I mean, the cichlids, some of them don't seem so scared of him, so, you know, maybe I'll leave him in here so he doesn't get bored, because now he can see. But I don't know if I can get a shot without him trying to hurt me. But this is how big he is. Hi, how are you? No, he's a pretty guy.
You left me.
Or girl. If anybody knows if he's a guy or a girl, what's up? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to try to keep an eye on him. I just want to make sure he's free of all parasites and doesn't end up with a hole in the head, because this is that age where they could get any of that. Buddy, we need to get you a better light too so we can see you. And we'll get a better glass cleaner, because there's no way. I can't see crap through this glass. And I scrubbed all night last night, and like all this stuff is on the inside. I've heard that if you use baking soda you can get it to come off, but under the time crunch I had to get him in here back up and running, and they told me stories that you know, when he could see through the glass, he was just what they just kept saying, he was an asshole and he would kill everybody and he would jump out of the tank. And as you can see, I filled the water way up. They had some heaters, and they had some, like a nice Emperor filter, which I still kept that running. It's not running with carbon right now in it, because right now I got my sponge filter running with good bacteria already been cycled, and I'm also running what's the product called, Melaflex, I think. So I'm doing Melaflex to make sure that this finnage ain't just from nipping or wearing out. I want his fins to like grow fully back, make sure there's no hole in the head. So I took that carbon out, and I'm gonna do that for a couple days. I'm gonna cut some new carbon, because they gave me carbon pads, so I've never used those before, so that's new to me. It seems pretty nifty. And there's a lot of work for me to do, as you can see. Oh, I could use some help. Jerry, lift the tank. Hey, hey, Dewey, lift the tank. Right here. We gotta clean it. Come on, bro. We gotta clean these rocks. We gotta take care of these filters. Get that other tank set up. Let's go. Yeah, I got my work cut out for me. Alright, everybody have a good day, and I'll probably post back in a few days when I get this room finally set up and finished, and all the funky smells taken care of, and lighting. But he is just gorgeous. I think he's beautiful. I don't care what people say about Oscars. Look at that turnaround. He could barely turn around, and that's a pretty wide. I mean, that's not that wide, actually. You know, I'm almost willing to bet that maybe this tank would have been better, because I think it's got more width. If it has more width, I might rock him alone in that one. I'll check it out, because I know cichlids can go up and down, especially when you put lots of decorations in to distract them. But, whoa. Look at that. That's the light on. Makes his eyes glow. He's probably mad at me. I did put a snail in here. I don't know where it went, though. He might have ate it. That pleco they gave me was very gigantic, too. Sorry, buddy, for the shine. I just wanted to show off some of the other fish. They got huge finnage, which I think that Melliflex will help them with their finnage problems. Yeah, they're probably all breeding. That looks like a little female, maybe. There's one little female in here somewhere. I just don't know if she's hiding from all these giant males. That might be a female there, too. I know that's a male. Look at that head hump. He is definitely a male. Turn this flash off. There we go. Yeah, he's definitely a male with a big hump there. I like that white one. That is the female right there. Little tiny one, red belly. There she is. Maybe she's pregnant. She definitely looks pregnant. That's kind of crappy. Hey, quit letting them mate in your tank, bruh. You gonna get up and close? Up close and personal? What are you doing? He actually likes filming. I might have to, you know, I might have to rethink this whole idea. Maybe, he's more of a living room fish. I don't know. That's, you know, let me know down in the comments below. Maybe this should be that type of fish that stays in the living room and gets attention. And just a tank all to himself. Big like this. I don't know, man. I need some help. Could use some advice. Long video, I know. But, just wanted to show some of the stuff I gotta work on. The castle would look really, really cool in one of these tanks. But I'm not gonna put much decorations with an Oscar. I know it's not. They would rather just have the space. Especially when they're by themselves. Alright. Well, I'll get back to work. If anybody's got time to come help, I could sure use the help. Say goodbye to T-Rex over here. Open your mouth. Show me your mouth. Is that hole in the head? That's one black dot on his head, and he's got one little hole over here. But I don't know if that's just a sensory hole. And the lateral lines are broken up just a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to work real hard on this guy and make sure he has a long life. It's a lot of work, man. I see why they kept the cichlids in with him. Because I get it. They're mating nonstop and they're fighting nonstop. But, alright.